Lately, rising YouTuber Kelly has been blowing up. She's got everyone's attention with videos like carrying a Dior bag with fast food in it, climbing a mountain in Louboutin heels. Using the most luxurious stuff to do the most basic things, Kelly's creating every girl's dream life.
But turns out, these videos look a lot like the concept from her best friend's reality show, Odette. Kelly, what does Odette have to say about this?
Never heard of her. Who even is Odette?
Kelly's a total copycat. And I know that because I'm Odette. I went to one of the most prestigious schools in the city. Everyone knew me. I mean, I had my own reality show. In Odette's golden life, I wore Chanel class, pulled diamonds off my Cartier ring to decorate my nails, and used YSL lipstick for my art homework. My boyfriend, Storm V, was a rapper and every teen's dream guy. Sure, he was arrogant and emotionally unavailable, but who cares when he brings clout? Kelly, my bestie, was in tons of episodes. I treated her like my personal assistant, and honestly, she gained a lot from it. Before Odette's golden life, no one even knew who she was. Now when we walk outside, some of my fans recognize her too.
Can I get your autograph? I'm such a huge fan!
Of course! Hold this for me.
Wait, isn't she your maid or something? She's wearing the same dress as you.
Yeah, Kelly loves recycling my old outfits, so I give her the ones I'm done with.
But you still slay the best!
Obviously, Kelly could never touch my level. But lately, things haven't been so perfect. My reality show started losing traction. Views dropped and ratings tanked. Who even watches reality shows anymore? It's all fake.
That dream life was totally staged.
To save the show, I went big, streaming a full 24-hour episode of my glamorous life on live TV. Everything was ready. A yacht, a giant pool, 5-star hotel parties, but on shoot day, things went south. Kelly, who was supposed to be with me the whole time, just disappeared. I was livid. I called her like 10 times and her line kept saying busy. She's losing all her screen time and I'm not talking to her for a whole week for being this irresponsible. Kelly, you are so dead. How dare you ditch? Did she just hang up on me? That's it! Kelly's out. She's never appearing with me again. She's gonna pay for this ungrateful mess.
Odette, is that Kelly? She's going viral right now.
I snatched the phone and stared wide-eyed at the YouTube video playing. Kelly was showing off her snatched body and jaw-dropping curves, nothing like the plain, boring version of her from before. She had on Louboutin heels, a full Prada outfit, and was out there climbing a mountain like it was a fashion runway. The views were going absolutely bonkers.
This kinda looks like your show format.
Not a big deal. Copycat's gonna copy. I kept filming like everything was fine, but things didn't go the way I hoped. A ton of people chose to watch the new rising star Kelly instead of me, so the views on my special episode totally tanked.
Did Odette just get outshined by her own maid?
Her face went ghost white on live TV. That was hilarious!
Ugh, like I even care. After that, my oh-so-precious bestie totally ghosted me, blocked me on everything, trashed my emails, and acted like she didn't even know me. Whatever, we all know she's just copying me. She bought out designer stores, plastered herself in labels, and started posting videos like popcorn in a Miu Miu bag, working out in Gucci, and cooking hot with a Dior candle. And somehow, her views kept soaring. People started calling her by her real name, not Odette's bestie. But they could never beat the real deal. My crown might wobble a bit, but I'm still the queen. No matter what she does, Kelly's never taking my throne. Our Cold War dragged on, until I got invited to a huge fashion event. And guess who I bumped into the second I walked in? Kelly, with Storm V. I knew he was self-absorbed, but showing up with my enemy? That's just evil.
Just so everyone knows, I'm officially dating Storm V.
She stole my man too? Is she addicted to copying me or what?
Does your best friend Odette know about this?
Odette who?
Everyone immediately turned to look at me. I forced a smile, but inside, I was about to explode. Kelly really just humiliated me in public like that. Well, game on, girl. Everything I wear is authentic, unlike some people who chase clout by copying others with their bargain bin knockoff. To remind Kelly of where she started, I posted a bunch of old videos, throwbacks of her tagging along behind me, feeding off my fame. But Kelly didn't just sit there and take it. She clapped back with a whole series of response videos. Ugh, I'm thirsty. Go get me a drink.
But the vending machine's so far, and it's scorching outside.
What, you expect a celeb like me to walk there myself? I want water. Now.
This dress is so pretty, Odette. Are you really giving it to me?
Yeah, it's out of style. I don't want it anymore. Take it. Maybe it'll help with your tragic fashion sense. That girl who's always with me, don't bother remembering her name. Just remember mine. She's not that important anyway. Was she seriously trying to expose me? I was about to drop a spicy comeback video when, with a best friend like that, who even needs enemies? I noticed that too. Kelly always looked so sad when she was with Odette. Poor girl must have been putting up with her for years. I panicked and went back to watch the old videos, and yeah, they hit different. How had I never noticed how hurt Kelly looked? She was always quiet and even shrinking into the background.
I used to endure so much for friendship, but I finally realized true happiness only comes when you learn to fight for yourself.
I just sat there staring at the screen. My chest felt tight, but even if our friendship was officially over, there's no way I was apologizing. Even with my reputation tanking, I was still the Hollywood it girl. Naturally, I scored a modeling spot in the Louis Vuitton runway show. I'd always been the star, front and center.
Sorry, Odette. This year, we're replacing your vedette solo with someone else.
Who could possibly outshine me?
It's Kelly. I'm sure you've heard of her.
Looks like I've beaten you again, this time in your favorite arena.
That spot was supposed to be mine. I'm not playing second fiddle to her. I caused a scene. In the end, I got to be the first face opening the show, while Kelly stayed the vedette. The show went smoothly. We both strutted in glamorous outfits, cameras flashing, the whole crowd in awe. As the finale ended, Kelly and I walked side by side. Everyone's eyes were locked on us. I stepped forward to steal the spotlight. Just right then, a sharp elbow to my side nearly knocked me off balance. It was Kelly, again. I snapped and shoved her right back. Neither of us backed down. We fought to stay in the frame, jostling for the spotlight.
That spot is mine. No, it's mine. I've stood behind you long enough. I deserve to shine too.
We ended up tumbling to the floor, clawing at each other, on stage, in front of hundreds of guests, and right under the broadcast cameras. For weeks, we were the laughingstock of every headline. My reality show got pulled, Kelly's YouTube channel bled subscribers like crazy, drowning in thousands of hate comments. Kelly vanished completely, and I locked myself inside for weeks. Away from the cameras, away from the fake compliments, I finally had time to think about what we used to be. Kelly was a real one, a genuinely good friend. But somewhere along the way, as I got more famous, she started drifting further away. If anyone had to make the first move, it had to be me. I knew this was my last shot to save our friendship. Oops, there were way too many people swarming around her house. It took forever to dodge the crowd and sneak through the secret back entrance. After pounding on the door nonstop,
No interviews, please, just leave me alone.
Kelly, it's me, Odette. We need to talk.
I don't want to see your face.
No matter how much I begged, Kelly wouldn't open the door. A couple of anti-fans spotted me and started closing in, their eyes looking anything but friendly. I've spent weeks reflecting on everything. I'm sorry for always acting superior and selfish. I didn't mean to. It's just fame got to my head. The crowd started pushing closer. Then suddenly the door behind me swung open. A hand yanked me inside.
I didn't expect you to actually apologize. I hated always being in your shadow, so I fought to rise up, but I ended up becoming selfish too.
We let it all out, every flaw and frustration we had with each other. Turns out, neither of us was perfect. And then, we both cracked up. We're both kinda terrible, huh? But besties again?
All right, bestie.
Turns out saying sorry isn't that hard. All those misunderstandings just melted away after one honest conversation.
Smile bigger. Perfect.
Rolling! I'm Odette, and this is my bestie Kelly. We started this channel to inspire girls with simple, fun tips for makeup and fitness. Kelly and I launched a new YouTube channel. No designer show-offs, no fake luxury, just real positive content. And Storm V, Kelly dumped him on the spot. He tried crawling back to me to save face, but seriously? No way. Now we have real friends around us, and we've realized we don't need flashy labels or some famous boyfriend to prove our—
In the waiting room, I gazed at myself in the mirror, wearing a gorgeous wedding dress. I bet my parents are watching over me from heaven right now. In just a few minutes, I, Estella, would become the wife of the richest man in town, as a way to pay off my family's huge debt. Suddenly, I heard a soft female voice from the room next door. "Slow down! Someone might see us!"
There's no one to worry about. Everyone's at the main event.
The familiar voice of the man made me shiver. I quietly stepped over and peeked through the slightly open storage room door. A disgusting sight met my eyes. My fiancé was passionately making out with a beautiful waitress in the dark. How could you? They didn't even panic when they saw me. Aaron smirked like it was the most normal thing in the world.
Don't overreact, Estella. You'll have to get used to this.
Disgusted, I ran away. What else could I do? I ran away from my own wedding.
Catch her!
Aaron's goons started shouting. I grabbed my $1 million wedding dress and ran straight for the main doors, knocking over the huge wedding cake and the banquet table in my haste. Hi, My name is Estella. Sorry for dragging you into this dark and dirty place with me, but I'm hiding from the people hunting me upstairs.
Find her, no matter what!
I only dared to peek through the sewer cover to see the ground above. People were rushing back and forth, and someone stopped right in front of me. I immediately covered my mouth, praying that they just stopped by chance. But the cover started to move slowly, and I saw his face. It wasn't Aaron or one of his goons. He was a wedding planner. I knew from the pin on his chest. Please, don't tell anyone I'm here. I'm begging you. He looked at me, frowning with hesitation. A voice rang out from a distance, making me shrink back.
Is she there?
Just when I thought I was about to be caught, tears were about to fall, but he shook his head.
She's not a rat. This place stinks. I'm about to puke.
When the goon turned and walked away, I finally dared to breathe. The guy then extended his hand towards me coolly.
I'm Dexter. Let me help you up.
I hesitated for a few seconds before taking his hand. When our hands touched, a breeze blew by, making the moment surprisingly romantic. He held my hand and ran across the road. People gasped as they saw a bride running outside in such a mess, which made us laugh. Then he suddenly pushed me into a corner. What are you doing?
Shh, be quiet.
A group of Aaron's goons were standing there. Dexter stood so close that our lips almost touched. My face got so hot, it could have cooked a steak. He only let go when they left.
I'll take you to my place for one night.
I thanked him and followed Dexter back to his home. After all, I had nowhere else to go. It was a small house at the end of the street, but cozy. I realized Dexter lived with his grandma. When she saw me, she was a bit surprised, but quickly took my hand warmly.
Dexter's girlfriend?
I'm just giving her a place to stay for the night, Grandma. Go ahead and wear my clothes. We need to talk.
We sat across from each other at the dining table. I took a deep breath and started telling Dexter about my terrible fiancé. Dexter frowned occasionally when I talked, but after I finished, he nodded gently, showing he understood.
He often treats the wedding staff poorly. I didn't expect him to be that awful to his fiancée too. I'm sorry to hear what happened to you.
I always wanted to get out of all of this. Thanks for letting me stay. I'll go back home tomorrow.
Home?
I froze, remembering that Aaron had taken our house too. The anger inside of me burned fiercely. One day, I'd crush him.
Stay. If you go back, they'll catch you. Besides, my grandma, she seems to like you.
I saw the kind woman peeking from the doorway. She gave me a warm feeling, like family. Living with Dexter, I tried to repay his kindness by helping around the house. While he was at work, I cooked, cleaned, and took care of his grandma, who always smiled warmly whenever she saw me. One afternoon, while preparing dinner, Dexter's grandma shared some stories about him.
Dexter only seems cold on the outside. Ever since his parents passed away, he's been more reserved. You're the first girl he ever brought home.
Really? He seems very kind, I said as I quickly stirred the soup on the stove.
Yes, he's been working hard to buy medicine for this old lady. He's never complained once.
Our conversation was interrupted when Dexter returned home. I had just finished preparing dinner. The three of us sat down to eat, and they were eager to taste my cooking. So, how is it? It's a secret recipe my mom taught me.
I've never had such delicious soup before.
It would be wonderful if Estella became my granddaughter-in-law.
Her words made both of us blush, but in that moment, I felt the warmth of family again. I made an excuse to leave to hide my red face and suddenly noticed a strange flyer under the door. I picked it up and froze when I read it. Aaron had put a $500,000 bounty to find me. How despicable! Treating me like a piece of property to be bought. I crumpled the paper in anger.
What's wrong, Estella? We haven't finished dinner yet.
I quickly hid the crumpled paper when I saw Dexter, a wave of fear rising inside me. That night, Dexter insisted on giving me his bed while he slept on the floor. I felt a strange mix of comfort and awkwardness in the small room. When everything was silent, the door suddenly burst open under Aaron's kick.
Estella! How dare you run away!
I looked at Dexter in horror, and he just silently moved behind Aaron. He had betrayed me! Aaron lunged at me, grabbing my arm and dragging me away. No, please! I'll work my whole life to pay off the debt! Please let me go! Despite my pleas, he just laughed manically. A thunderclap snapped me out of the nightmare.
What's wrong?
Unable to answer, I was panting in fear. Dexter immediately got up, climbed onto the bed, and hugged me.
I'm here, Estella. You're safe now.
Thank goodness it was just a dream. I clung tightly to his arm and nestled against his strong chest. His warmth gradually calmed me down. I don't remember how I fell back to sleep. The next morning, I woke up to a strange noise. That guy was lying right next to me, face to face. I instinctively placed my hand on his cheek, gently caressing his handsome face. But then I snapped back to reality. It was Dexter. We were holding each other tightly. I jumped up, accidentally kicking him off the bed.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb your sleep. I was trying to go out, but got bumped into the dresser.
I got out of bed and helped her pick up the decorations. Glancing at Dexter, he was groggily trying to understand why he was kicked. So we had slept hugging each other all night. Seeing her mischievous smile, I knew she had witnessed the embarrassing moment. After cleaning up the house, I made sure no one was around before running out to throw the trash. Not even a minute passed before Aaron's goons drove by. I barely managed to avoid their sharp eyes. What worried me the most was Aaron's bounty on my head. That day, Dexter's grandma's illness worsened, and she couldn't walk like usual. I helped Dexter by staying by her bedside all the time. He didn't have enough money to take her to the hospital.
You don't have to worry about this old lady. Save the money for something important.
Your health is the most important. There will be a way.
From that moment, Dexter's attitude changed. He became more silent, often looking at me without saying anything. Had he learned about the bounty and intended to turn me in? I spent that night tossing and turning, thinking. I felt like a burden to Dexter, and more importantly, I had developed feelings for him. I also loved his grandma, and I wanted to do something meaningful for them. Though I didn't want to, I made a decision. It might be what was troubling Dexter too. Waiting until Dexter left the house, I used his phone to text Aaron, pretending to turn myself in so Dexter could get the money to treat his grandma. I went back to the room, wanting to say goodbye but refrained. I would disappear like a wisp of smoke from their lives. When the money was transferred, it was time for me to leave. Aaron grinned smugly when he saw me in his mansion, grabbing my throat tightly.
I spent $500,000 to get you. Do you think you're worth it?
I angrily swatted Aaron's hand away, not wanting to engage with him anymore.
Don't give me that look. If you weren't so pretty, do you think I'd even bother with you? Ha! All right, future wife. I'll forgive what happened before. The wedding will be rescheduled for tomorrow.
I clenched my fists to keep from punching him in my rage. He was nothing but a despicable jerk. On the wedding day at a grand church, I walked the aisle alone, feeling heavy-hearted. The place was packed with wealthy guests. People chatted with whispers about the beautiful bride, but there were also some disdainful looks from some snobby girls. I didn't care. I stood at the altar facing my loathsome fiancé.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health.
I do. Those were the words Aaron expected to hear. But before I could say I do, the church doors burst open and Dexter walked in, holding the bag of money I left him. The guests started to whisper again.
Who is that?
Who does he think he is?
I'm here to stop this wedding.
Aaron's goons rushed to block Dexter, but he threw the bag of money at them, causing bills to scatter all over the floor. In a flash, he ran to me, grabbing my hand, intending for us to escape. Aaron grabbed my other hand, and the scene looked like something out of a K-drama. They fought over me, but I knew who to choose. I bit down hard on Aaron's hand, making him let go with a yelp. Once again, I grabbed my dress and ran away from my own wedding. Just before we could escape, the church door slammed shut in front of us. Why? The snobby girls looked extremely annoyed.
Nice show, but bride snapping is illegal.
Who here is the real criminal?
Dexter looked at Aaron, who now appeared flustered.
You tricked Estella's parents, forcing them to borrow money from you to keep their house. You charged outrageous interest, and then forced Estella to marry you to settle the debt.
He flirted with other girls right in front of me. He disrespected me and treated me like a puppet. I bravely exposed my deceitful fiancé. Everyone turned to look at Aaron with judgment and contempt.
Misunderstanding. I can explain.
The sound of police sirens blared outside. The girls opened the doors and urged us to leave.
Hurry up. You deserve a better life. We'll handle this creep.
As they prepared to pounce on Aaron, he panicked and tried to flee. Dexter grabbed my hand and we ran outside. Only then did I notice he was also wearing a suit, looking just like a groom.
Estella, I can feel your feelings for me, and I feel the same. I was so frantic when you left. I can make money, but I can't lose you. Estella, Will you be my wife?
Seeing the man kneel before me, I couldn't hold back my emotions. He loved everything about me, even when I had nothing. I do! In front of all the police, we hugged each other joyfully.
That's my grandson!
She pushed through the crowds and jumped in front of us, did a happy dance as if she'd never been bedridden. Dexter pulled me close and gave me a passionate kiss.
I love you, Estella.
Hey, Mr. Alligator, do you think pork sausage is really made from pork? Maybe it's just some weird jelly flavored up. What, want to try and see how it tastes? Here, am I standing too far away? Ah! Just when I thought I was gator bait, a hand grabbed me and pulled me up. Phew, talk about a close call. She just saved my life.
You are
Wednesday Addams. Hello, MDA audience. I'm Janice, 17, hailing from Austin, Texas. I've got the best friend in the world, Delwyn. Spot our vibe? Drop a comment below to let us know which Wednesday you prefer. Delwyn and I became inseparable since then. When the Wednesday series dropped, we binge-watched it in one go. Hey, I've got a tight deadline, emphasis on dead. Can we pause?
Oh, come on, just 2 episodes left. Let's finish it.
Wednesday Addams got us obsessed. Our closets gradually turned black and white. And after doing our makeup like Wednesday, even our parents were startled by the resemblance. Then, one day, I had to break it to Delwyn that I was moving to Dallas due to my parents' job.
Janice, I've prepared this for you. It's DIY, so there might be some glitches. But I guess it'll keep you company when I'm not around. Farewell, Janice.
Thanks, Delwyn. I'll keep in touch, promise. Despite my moping and tantrums, that changed when I saw my new school. It was beyond beautiful. Looked nothing less than the Nevermore Academy. But the students here weren't nearly as cool. Hey everyone, I'm Janice. Today's my first day and I want to introduce you to a new friend.
What the heck is that?
Trust me, you're gonna love it.
Oh my god! Save me from this crazy thing! Ah!
Day 1 and I'd already caused a total mayhem. Naturally, no one wanted to be friends with the new weirdo. So that was my first day at the new school. A disaster. Delwyn, I miss you.
Hey, Janice, it'll get better. They might be shocked at first, but once they see how awesome you are, things will change. Just be yourself.
But the real trouble started the next day. A rotten sandwich appeared in my backpack, my makeup ended up in the toilet, and my PE uniform was dangling from a light post on the soccer field. The villain behind these pranks showed up and dumped a whole bucket of flour on me. Oopsie! Did Ella get clumsy again? Sorry, Wednesday. Welcome to the new school. Why do you do these horrible things? It's all about making an impression. This welcome act is just as crippled as your robot friend there. That's Kayla and her clique of mean girls. Troublemakers who enjoy causing chaos. My first week there was their entertainment. Damn it! I wanted to go back to my old school right away. I want to humiliate Kayla so badly that the bitter taste of defeat burns in her throat. Witch.
Calm down, Janice. Provoking her might not be the best idea.
Well, just serving her a taste of her own medicine.
Next up, let's welcome Janice to the stage.
This wasn't the main part of the plan, but to everyone's surprise, they got super pumped when I busted out Wednesday's signature moves. All the spotlight was on me. Nobody could peel their eyes away from my eerie yet captivating dance moves. I pointed directly at Kayla's squad for a face-off in the next round. Their eyes were like they wanted to crush me. But whatever, the plan was in motion. Time for Thing to make its move. The whole auditorium burst into laughter seeing Kayla's group wiggle and jiggle. They should thank me for such an unforgettable performance.
Congratulations to our winner, Janice!
After that, I suddenly became the center of attention. I was elected as the dance team captain and even a few guys started asking me out. But the good days didn't last long. Soon, bizarre pranks began happening to everyone at school. Worse, all clues pointed to me. Like when the school pool was found filled with dead fish, reeking, and the culprit, looking just like me but swear to God it wasn't me, was caught on security cam.
Who else but that weirdo Janice dresses like that?
Exactly, only she would pull off these creepy stunts to mimic Wednesday. Just the other day, she used that freaky hand to steal my lipstick. Utter madness. As a result, everyone grew increasingly annoyed with me for mischief I knew nothing about. I was kicked out of the dance team just 1 week after taking charge. And the witch behind it all? Kayla. That nasty sorceress. I want you to join the gang, Janice. Are you sure? I don't think I fit in.
Come on, Janice, you know you're special if Kayla herself is asking. This chance isn't for everyone.
Kayla wanted my help for the Mean Girls to win the upcoming citywide dance contest, and things would get a lot worse if I refused her. Guess I had no choice but to compromise. Kayla dragged me shopping, got my hair and nails done, everything to turn me into a genuine mean girl.
Say goodbye to those boring black and whites, Janice.
Things gradually got back on track. I escaped the bullying and can't deny, life got more interesting as part of Kayla's group. But it also meant less time for chats with Delwyn like before, and I hadn't dared to tell her about my transformation. This happened one afternoon after picking out outfits with Kayla for the dance contest. That outfit looked like a curtain. I liked the flared dress from the first store better.
Same here. Let's lock that one in. What do you want to grab for lunch? Mexican or… Ouch! Are you blind?
I'm sorry, Kayla.
Sorry? That's it. What about my expensive Louboutins here? Let's see if this girl has money to compensate for my shoes. Janice!
Huh? What? Me? Okay.
Oh, please don't.
All right, just hand it over. Don't make it a big deal.
Stop right there!
Out of nowhere, someone blitzes in, sending both me and Kayla sprawling on the floor. And as I snap back to reality…
What the? Oh boy, who's this now? Hey, looks like your old pal, Janice.
It was Delwyn? Her look of utter disappointment pinned me to the spot, leaving me totally paralyzed. Delwyn, just hear me out.
I don't even recognize you anymore. Getting all dolled up is one thing, but bullying? How could you stoop so low?
I had no choice. You have no idea what I've been through. Delwyn?
You didn't even bother reaching out. It's like I ceased to exist in your life. I've been keeping you updated, giving you advice, even tried to make the trip here for you, but…
I never asked you to do that.
You didn't have to because that's what friends do. They don't have to be asked.
It was the first time she was this mad at me. I tried calling Delwyn all afternoon to no avail. That evening, as I was about to head to the dance contest finals with Kayla's crew, Delwyn's mom called. She hadn't come home. I reassured her mom and said I'd look for Delwyn, but inside, I was freaking out. Where on earth was Delwyn? I couldn't forgive myself if something happened to her. While I was panicking, suddenly a message came through. From Delwyn? The very first place? What? Where? Was this a clue to find Delwyn? Could she have been kidnapped? I racked my brain for any place we knew as I dashed out of the house, but Kayla blocked my way.
You're 10 minutes late for our meetup.
Sorry, Kayla, I have to go.
Go where? It's the finals today. Are you out of your mind?
Delwyn's missing. I have to find her.
Who the heck is Delwyn? Anyway, that's not as important as the contest. We have to win.
But Delwyn is important to me. She's my only true friend. The only one who gets me and accepts me. Not like you guys. She even saved my life from the alligator pond. How could I possibly… That's it! The zoo! Where we first met and Delwyn saved me! But before I could act, Kayla and her gang shoved me into the car and sped off. Kayla, let me go!
Shut it! Get this contest over with, then do whatever you want.
But this time, I wasn't going to listen to her anymore.
Oh my freaking god, do you want to die? Stop her now!
Sorry, but if you don't want to end up really dead, you might want to let me drive. I shoved her aside, jumped into the driver's seat, and zoomed off like a rocket. Kayla and her two minions were white as ghosts. I had no choice but to take drastic measures.
I'm definitely gonna have words with you.
It must have been my unlucky day. The train back to Austin was sold out. Damn it! Just when all hope seemed lost, a huge truck slowly passed by in front of me. Good lord, it was as if every skunk in the neighborhood decided to take a dip in a vat of spoiled milk and then hop onto this truck for a joyride. Out of options. Just hold your breath, Janice. The car stopped right in front of the zoo entrance, and boy, I've never been so thrilled to gulp down the fresh air. And sure enough, there was Delwyn, waiting for me by the alligator pond. I spilled the beans to her, everything from the dance competition debacle to how Kayla's gang had cornered me. That moment, I realized how comfy it felt to be my true self again. Anyway, I feel awful for not spilling this to you sooner. I'm sorry, Delwyn.
All right, Janice, at least you remembered this place. And you look so pitiful, so I guess I'll let it slide this time. You don't!
After all was said and done, I was over the moon for not losing Delwyn, my most precious friend who always embraced and understood the real me. I had to return to school afterward, ready to face Kayla's fury amped up by 10. But whatever. I was gonna remain the one and only Wednesday Addams around here and never let anyone define me again. The most interesting plants grow in the shade after all.